bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
El podcast de Hoof Hearted, parte 2. El misterio de Wells, de la Chihuahua de la muerte con huevos y leche. Sí.
That was something.
I'm sorry, what?
Spanish. I have no idea what you just said.
So there's a deaf chihuahua with milk and eggs and
Falcon
I'm
Punch.
sorry, what?
I'm Treebeard, and this is the Hoof Hearted podcast? Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Joining me are TG,
Hey-o.
Greg Dowg,
TG.
Well, you can't have my name in your intro. That goes against everything.
This isn't
fuck.
it's in the contract. I can abuse you however I like.
God
I'm
damn it.
sorry.
Why do I
Shut
sign
up.
everything people put in front of me?
Duster,
I have
Oh, you also
automatic
you signed your
responses to
solo
characters on screen, and that formulates my opinions.
Scott,
I agree with Greg that TG's a butt face.
and because we don't
Thank
have
you.
Santa, we have Crass. Eric, there's no Santa, there's only Crass.
Oh my god, I'm trying to get my answer to this thing. What the fuck?
Hold on.
I will,
Save,
but
save
what the
it.
Shave
fuck?
it later. Shave it later.
All right, so today's Earth, as of this recording, today is Earth Day.
Yeah.
And,
Celebrated by
Yeah.
In honor of this
Yay.
holiday that totally matters, it is totally a holiday. We took a little like animal quiz on Google because that's a thing they did.
It's a
yeah,
very
there's-
official test too. I don't see
The
any room
results
for
are
error,
irrefutable. You can't-
accuracy.
everyone on
Yeah,
Earth has
you
one
gotta
of 5
accept your
spirit animals.
Just
Yep. No others, just these 5.
pretty much.
I'm a woolly mammoth,
As am I. You can tell because I'm chewing on meat.
and you can tell because I'm covered in hair.
Well,
Me and Scott
I
are
can
mantis
verify
shrimp.
this is true.
I am a mantis shrimp.
So am I.
I was a very weird mix between a Komodo dragon and a woolly mammoth because I got a different answer when I.
That
Dude,
is a
you're
shitty sci-fi
You
movie.
know,
no.
you guys-
He's that He's that dragon
Sounds
from
good,
the Never-Ending
actually. I wanna see
Story.
it.
Oh,
Oh my
man,
God.
you're Felcor! You're Felcor! Oh man,
Fuck
guys,
yeah.
no, but I'm the coolest of all of us.
This represents
I
me.
hate you.
So,
No, I just want you to know I'm Coral. I'm Coral, you guys.
As in, like a coral reef?
Yeah.
So,
My hidden beauty attracts many suitors. Also, did you know I'm an animal?
TJ, why
That's
don't you,
literally what it says.
TJ, why don't you act like you are?
So do you are you dying out
Yep,
and don't
exactly.
do anything all
Are
day?
you being
Is that
slowly
what you're- is that
suffocated
what
by
you do?
tires
Okay,
off the
that's,
coast of Australia?
Yes,
By the way,
see?
fuck
You
Australia.
totally get me.
Okay,
This is my
okay. For a
life.
second, TG,
This is
TG, for a second, I thought the quiz made you that kid from The Walking Dead.
No.
Coral.
He
Carl.
proves it,
Carl.
Coral.
Coral.
Shut up.
I get it, Dad. Shut up.
Coral.
Chris, did you do it?
Yeah, I'm mantis shrimp. Me and Scott.
You're mantis shrimp? Okay, you and
Unite.
Scott are mantis shrimp
Yeah.
bros.
Which sucks because mantis shrimp are legitimately
we-
badass.
I looked them up. Like, I don't regret anything ever.
Everyone listening to this, go look up the oatmeal comic for the mantis shrimp and learn about their claws of rainbowy bloodiness.
I was personally hoping for the peacock spider because
Ooh, the
that thing
peacock
was
spider
fucking
cute.
awesome. But
Stop this.
yeah, the peacock spider fucking
Yeah.
beats his ass.
Do-do-do.
I like jumping. spiders.
Oh my god, how funny would it have been for
That's a
TJ
new
to
favorite
get a
animal now.
spider.
Oh god, I would have stabbed myself in the throat.
Are we going to
You
live
would have
off
had
topic
to
now,
commit
guys?
Final Fantasy Sabuku.
I would have had to commit real seppuku.
Let's get back to the hot topic
Yay!
Yeah.
Ah, yes, Game of Thrones. I mean, My Little Pony.
How about we
Oh,
don't?
you almost said it.
So,
Guys,
this.
Game of Thrones got leaked. We all care so much.
Oh, look at how much of a shit I give.
Ooh. Wait,
Wait,
hang
this
on,
is a
hang on.
podcast
I
version,
have
right?
the.
Thrones is just so nerdy. Can we just get through this so I can go back to Dr. Phil? Jesus Christ.
Wait, guys, I have the fucks we give a meter. Hang on, I'm checking what it's reading.
Is it
No,
a
mine's not
-5?
registering.
Is it a -5? Mine says
Mine's not
My give a
registering, but
fuck
that's
a meter
Yeah.
must be broken.
Mine seems to be at 0 for
Add
all
that-
of us.
add that
That's
little meter.
crazy.
Also, Although my move the fuck on meter is off the charts.
Get on with it.
Yes,
I would.
get on with it.
Well, whenever you guys feel like letting me, I'll do it.
Go for it.
All right, so this past episode from The Little Plenty was Blum and Glum by Haber.
That's an old joke that
That
nobody's
joke
gonna
is
get.
so old and gay.
Excuse me?
Well, I'll
hey,
just
we don't
shoot
need to
myself
offend
when
our
this
gay
is done.
people here.
Hey, I meant happy.
Uh-huh.
Gay?
Uh-huh. I'm sure you did.
Paper,
Yes, I did.
Anyways.
I have gay friends, you know.
So Apple Bloom asked some oddly specific questions about what will happen if she gets a certain cutie mark a certain way and her friends react certain ways. Then she has a dream where she loops at a purgatorial horror show where all of these things happen in specifically that order. She finds out that everything's okay and that cutie marks basically turn out to be who you are anyway. Oh, and Princess Luna's in it.
Oh my god! Whoa!
Well, no, I like this
Best episode ever, 10 out of
Wait,
10.
Who are we talking about? I've never heard of this horse.
Best game. Best game.
What?
Best episode.
Who is this
Hey,
horse
can we
and
just,
why
can we
should I
just
care?
stab it now? Can we like, stab
She
on
is
it?
Moon Horse. She has a black booty.
Wait, Moon Horse. I only know about Sun Horse.
The moody
Do you
to
praise the Sun Horse?
And then
I
everyone
praise
left
the
this
Sun
podcast all
I
at
praised her by
once.
slapping her on her ass.
Well,
She doesn't
Whoa.
like it all that much.
mhm.
No, I don't imagine she would.
I bet they kick back.
Like I know there's Sun
They
Horse.
do, and it really hurts. They also file restraining orders. I'm not allowed within 1,000 feet of Canterlot Castle. It's kind of annoying.
Go
Yeah,
figure.
there's Sun Horse and there's Love Horse and now there's Magic Horse. Is there
Oh.
another Super Horse? I didn't know there was a fourth Super
no,
Horse.
Oh
It's
my
Moon
god.
Horse, or
Look at
maybe
Look at
her
her
butt.
butt.
Or maybe it's also called Dream Horse. They're both the
It's
same.
so
God.
big.
I only knew
Not it.
about 3 Super
Wait.
Horses because apparently there's a 4th one who never does anything ever.
You know, for a second, I thought that was a moon on her butt, but it's no moon. It's a space station.
God damn it.
God.
Space Station
Well,
3.
God,
Fucking should have known you were gonna go there.
Hey, it's topical.
I needed
still.
some way to
It's
shut
still
you up.
topical.
Okay, so, Crass, what did you think?
Oh man, that was
Oh,
Cutie
she's
mark.
got-
Did Chris just die?
oh,
Yeah, you died for
Yeah,
a
it was so
second
good
there.
he blanked out of existence.
Scott,
apparently.
go.
holy shit.
Oh.
Wait, no, Chris is back. Chris is back.
Chris is
Oh,
Yeah,
never
yeah.
mind.
How'd I die?
You just
God.
flipped out for a second.
Oh fuck.
just repeat what you said.
It was like a big fuck you to the face because I really thought that she was gonna get her cutie mark. But then like I'm like, fuck, something's telling me that she's gonna get it's a dream sequence. Fuck. Okay. She's not an exterminator. I thought she was gonna be cool for a second, but no. And then Luna comes up and I'm like, I should have known. And Shadow thing was kinda cool. Yeah.
Good job, Chris.
That's it.
Good job.
That's all I thought.
Good job.
All right, good job,
Yeah.
Chris.
All right.
I gave it a rating of give it a 5 out of 10.
Oh,
5 out of 10. Okay.
That's an F. You fail. That's an F. You fail. Go home.
huh.
Go home.
Stupid.
Make Marlon Brando a sandwich. Leave
No, I thought you were doing fucking Butthead. Like,
No.
so apparently Marlon Brando is Butthead?
He sounds like the Godfather.
I mean, I guess it kind of does, but initially it didn't sound like... Whatever.
Hey, you better not pee on the floor. Go over there.
Oh.
Out of context, Marlon
Out
Brando
of
pees on the floor.
No, I'm talking to my...
No, Marlon
You know what, in
Brando.
hindsight, telling the deaf
Marlon
dog
Brando.
to do something is a really bad idea.
Go
I
pee in
would
the
think
corner.
so. Anyways, next person.
Scott, go.
All righty. Well then, I was kind of fell for it too. I'm like, oh man, she got her Q mark. I'm like, oh wait. Then later on, after the episode, the exterminator people started calling that the Dale Gribble OC, and I laughed. I'm like, oh my god, now I can't.
We'll provide an image for that. Thanks,
Yeah,
Worse News, again.
Dale Gribble,
know what we
Gribble
want.
OC.
Horse
Anyway,
News is our spirit animal.
Yes,
Like, forget
that's our
Coral,
actual spirit animal
forget
for all of
coral
us.
and woolly mammoths and what the fuck ever shrimp thing. Like, our real spirit animal is
But
horse
that
news.
but the horse mask thing, colored rainbow dash on Anonymous is our spirit animal.
Well,
Yeah.
you know
Also,
what you
somebody's
want,
gonna draw that.
and you want it now.
Anyway, I also thought, what's her face from the premiere came back. I was like, oh man, she's still in cutie marks again. That was fast for her to return. Then I was disappointed that was just a shadow.
Persona.
And then yes, I made her Persona joke.
Oh my God!
You're
Oh
not
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Skull made the Persona joke. That was fantastic.
Why didn't I make that joke?
Yeah, fucking Apple
was
Blues
so
and Persona
nice.
now.
Then it turns out to be
Actually,
Apple Bloom
you know what I was thinking during that sequence? The opening of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh shit!
Oh, the shadow.
That's-
Yeah, like the greater the light, the greater your shadow becomes, and then it comes up and like strangles you or something. I don't know.
yeah.
It's been a while
Hey.
since I played it, but in my fantasies, that's how it goes.
Just like a fart. Greater it
And then
is.
we never have to deal with
Chris,
Sora
what the
again
fuck
because his
was
shadow
that?
murdered him. Right?
We're talking about farts for a
That'd be
second
great.
there, right? What?
I'm saying it's like
Yeah,
the
why are you
greater.
talking about farts? This is
the
our
greater
pony
the
podcast called Hoof Hearted.
Oh,
Yeah, Greg, what's wrong with
Wait,
you?
no,
I
why
don't
am I
have
getting
Greg
blamed? It was Chris.
What's
Fuck
wrong
you,
with
we're having
all of you?
wholesome fun.
God.
Wholesome.
Scott, what do you rate it?
I give it a 6.
6 out of 10. That's a D.
Dicks.
Gergdag, go.
Alrighty. So yeah, we finally complete the Dream trilogy between the CMC. Honestly, of these three, I would say it was the weakest, but I'll get more into that later.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, I know. Where to start with this one? Honestly, I felt the dream imagery was a lot stronger in the last two episodes, though more so in the second one. I felt like the Sweetie Belle imagery with her like stuck to the floor and that whole stage fright thing. That I felt like that was really creepy, but here it was kind of just more played for laughs, which it's fine, but it wasn't as cool as it could have been, considering all the shit Luna can do, which is essentially everything in this dimension of your, the dream world thing. What else? I'm trying to think. I mean,
Remember
I
that
guess
part
that kind of
with
just
Cindy?
shows how meh this episode was for me. The Groundhog Day thing was just kind of meh. I could tell it was a dream right off the bat, honestly, because, again, we still haven't had our Apple Bloom dream episode. It's gonna be, played eventually. And she went right to bed before it all started going to shit, so, yeah, I just kind of figured on that one. I don't know, I felt like it was an okay episode. There were some good funny moments, though nothing, like, truly remarkable. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of blank on this one. I'm just going to give it a 5 out of 10 and leave it at that.
5 out of 10.
Maybe I'll
5
remember
out
other
of 10.
stuff later, but yeah, I'm kind of... Not much else to
5 out
say.
of 10.
Just kind of bland
Yeah.
plot, predictable. Meh.
That's
Dick.
also an F.
Yeah.
This is getting F's across the board.
Wait, what did you give it, Greg?
A
I
A
missed the
5.
number. Oh,
5 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm not going to mention the thing that you forgot because I know Treebeard's going to mention it. Or
PG, it is your move.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Well,
Draw.
I guess it's time to duel.
What?
But no, actually, it's not because I totally agree with everyone. Don't question my dumb brain, Greg.
Well, we all have the
It's
dumb brain, but the
fucking-
Yu-Gi-Oh reference was just...
Well, you
I
said
kinda-
it's my move. It's like a card
It could apply to
game, you know?
chess, that could apply to
It
battle.
could apply to anything, but it can also apply to Yu-Gi-Oh, asshole. Fucking
Whatever,
don't
fine.
down me. Right,
Whatever.
episode.
Can you, like,
before I
say what
watched
you
it, before I watched the episode, I was excited because I'm a really big CMC fan. Like, my big thing with the CMC was that after season 3, yeah, 3 was the end of 3 was where she became a princess, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. After season 3, I was really hoping that was like, okay, this is the end of Twilight's story. Like, we're gonna move on to someone else. And I was like, we could focus on the CMC now, and it could be about them growing up and actually learning their talent or whatever. And I felt like that would be a really good direction for the show to take. Didn't happen, but, So, I've always been a fan of CMC episodes because Well, I've always been a fan of CMC episodes when some sort of progress is made in their learning. Like, when they all started doing their own thing, and, like, Apple Bloom started learning potion making, and whatever else they were doing. I don't even remember now. Like, that made me really happy. But, God, this episode was just not good. Like, at all. I don't know. This is just done really poorly, I guess.
It's kind of hard to describe, isn't it? Like, once...
Yeah, it's just like...
you know,
To describe, yeah.
It's hard to describe what it did wrong, I guess. Like,
It's just so goddamn unremarkable.
it just doesn't hook you
Yeah.
at all. Like,
yeah, like, there's nothing... Like you said, there's nothing remarkable about it. It's just...
Blah.
It's just...
I did remember,
Blah.
but one thing I forgot to bring up, which I actually liked about the episode, which was the
Okay.
fact that they finally resolved the cutie mark question of, can you actually get a cutie mark that you won't like, or doesn't fit
Well,
you?
So I think Treebeard's gonna probably mention this too, but
I'm
like,
gonna mention it a little bit.
the answer to that question has always been really obvious, because that's the whole
But
point
they
of
finally,
cutie marks.
but they finally put it to rest for good. Like, there's really
They put
not
it
much
to
more
rest,
doubt. Which
but-
that was, I've still
Yeah.
heard people debate it the past year, saying, "Well, oh, what if you get like, what if you like sports and you get a cutie mark in video gaming? Like,
Well, that means that...
it wouldn't happen because
Yeah.
it represents, you.
It's your
Yeah,
personality.
But like,
Yeah,
it's-
like, that's the thing. That's always been the thing.
That's
You
why you
know-
never see a pony that hates for cutie mark.
Yeah, like,
So-
the cutie mark doesn't appear and go, alright, this is what you should do. You're doing the thing you love, and then your cutie mark appears.
But what if the thing you love makes an ugly cutie mark? That's what I'm wondering.
well, let's say this: their names,
So-
their names are already their
Get
cutie
over
marks.
yourself.
Yeah.
What if
Actually, I was reading someone's Twitter and they jokingly asked, do, ponies that are models get flack for having unflattering cutie marks?
Oh my god.
Very flat.
Well,
I
I
mean,
kind of want to see that happen.
Damn it, now that gave me the image of hooker ponies and what they're
Oh
well,
my
see,
God.
Scott. My brain was just
They
going
look
to
like
the my
hooks.
brain was going to the question of what happens to ponies who have a special talent in porn when they're fillies. Like, what does that look like? How do they?
Mom,
Can
Dad,
we
I got my cutie mark. Oh, really? What's your special talent? Sexting.
Can
Oh.
we please stop this conversation?
Well, I mean, they have to
Because-
exist. I mean, it's
No,
a. It's,
you can find all of this on Derpy Buru. Go do it.
I
don't
don't
bring it into the
feel
podcast.
like.
How
do not
dare
bring
you
up
think
this-
anything is possible. By the way, it's the top torso that's pregnant. You'd think it'd be the other way around.
Mm.
We were wrong.
Okay.
Anyways,
so, yeah, as I was saying, fucking. Yeah, it's hard to put into words all the things that I don't like about this episode. It's just incredibly unremarkable. So I guess I have to give it like a 4. I'm gonna say 4.
That's below failing.
no, it's
Yeah,
still failing. It's just even
I mean, it's
more
like a
so
super
failing.
fail.
Yeah, it's.
That's
Oh, good. I'm
enough.
not going to totally nerf the score.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
really
only
don't.
partially going to nerf the score.
Poor Josh Haber, but yeah, it's,
I know, we
yeah.
love
We
Haber,
really like
but-
Josh Haber, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man, but
yeah,
And
everyone has a bad day. It's okay.
it's yep.
I bet by the time
It's
he hears
okay.
this,
We'll
or
grab
if-
coffee off of this and we'll forget all about it.
Man,
Okay, so breaking it down to pros, cons, and then one more thing about, like, outside this episode that kind of made me want to do things. Anyway, pros, bringing up the idea of a pony not liking the cutie mark they have, well, yeah, they did say it wouldn't happen. I was thinking more aesthetically. Like, if they still love the thing, it's just the mark's ugly. I kind of want to see that happen. And also, the Starlight Glimmer baiting was pretty cool. Even I was going like, okay, Starlight Glimmer's back, and she's just like fucking around with Apple Bloom because Cutie Mark Crusaders are the most easily led children in this entire continent. But the cons list is everything else. The Luna pandering. I seriously saw posts from people who said they liked it because Luna was in it. A singular character appearance should not dictate whether or not it's good, and even her showing up seemed kind of rushed. Like, I know she's the goddess of dreams and all that, but she just sure did take her sweet-ass time. And I'm different from the other people who kind of like the Groundhog Day sequences. I just find them annoying. Like, it's just the same thing over... I know the point of it is that it's the same thing over and over again, and that's supposed to be, like, hell. But that's for the person living it. For the person watching it, it's just tedious.
Well, to me, I feel like in this case, it wasn't even done well because,
well, that's
like,
my next point. It was predictable. And predictable isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, you can still know how it ends, but want to know how they get there.
Right.
And a lot of the episodes are kind of like that, where you know how it's going to end. The good guys win. But how do they win? But when you outline exactly what's going to happen in this episode in the first 3 minutes, then there's just no point to watch it. And the side note that I just have is that a bunch of the bronies were bitching that they got trolled. Like, oh no, we thought Alvin was going to get her cutie mark. Like, this episode sucked because you guys, like, screwed with us. Dude, it's not the writer's fault that you jumped to conclusions. I just kind of assume that the Cutie Mark Crusaders are going to keep crusading because they can't get rid of that gimmick until they get canceled.
Or do a spin-off.
I know I'm being hard on this episode, and I have not made it a secret that I just generally don't like CMC episodes because they're just not terribly interesting to me and they're kind of predictable in the bad way. But this was just not well executed. And it's not to say it was like a chore to watch like A Friend Indeed, which is my Rage episode, was. But it still wasn't very attention grabby. So I'm going to give it a 3. And that's being charitable, because I'm in a good mood.
Still an F, though.
It's still an F, but it's
a super F.
It's an F minus.
No,
There's no such
There's
thing!
no such thing, but yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Trevor.
It's a secret to everybody.
Once again, being edgy McEdge.
Bitch, I'm Edgy McEdge. I'll fight you for that title.
Why do you think I want that title?
Do you have the McEdge Witch?
Okay. My thoughts on this. I do. The Groundhog Day concept was actually something I kind of like because I love purgatorial loops of eternal torment. Though this one did not come off as a purgatorial loop of eternal torment. I like that, again, they finally put to rest the idea, no, you're not going to get a cutie mark you don't like, dumbass. Stop asking about it. And Herb. Predictability is never really an issue with me because I can predict them anyway. So, God. As far as a dream imagery episode, though, it's kind of weak. I don't really have any feelings on the bait and switch because as much as I loathe the fact that I honestly think the Cutie Mark Crusaders arc has outlived its usefulness, in a metatextual way, I know they're not going to end it. I want them to. God almighty, I want them to, but...
Please. Please end it. The joke is done. We get it.
What's that? You want more? Okay.
No, fuck you!
I have to agree it'd be more interesting to see them develop their talents at this point, you know, actually
like
when they
I said,
receive them.
Considering that the theme of this season is very blatantly, obviously exploring the nature of cutie marks, they're probably going to do it, and I hope they do, because at this point, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, if you ask me what their personalities were, I wouldn't be able to answer, because they're just so one-dimensional.
Yeah, it'd be better just to explore the character, explore the talent at this point, leave the whole CMC thing behind, and just, you know, treat them as characters, more than just a plot line.
I mean, even Babs got more characterization than the actual main CMCs do.
Yeah, honestly, Yeah. The dream, as a dream episode, it was kind of weak. In terms of making anything even remotely horrifying, it did not live up to for In the Sweetie Belle Toils. And yeah,
It's amazing how little we have to say once we actually get down to it. We're just
because it's not all that. It's not all that
just not
memorable.
interesting or
It's
memorable.
not offensive.
The only thing it
bad.
has done
Like-
that I like is justify my hatred for Magical Mystery Cure.
Which we'll get to eventually.
We will.
Wreck.
So 6 out of 10.
Wow,
The
that's
D.
a lot more generous than I expected.
Whoa. That's like
I
one
did
more
not
than
care
me.
enough to attack it.
See, that makes me want to give it a lower score because, like, even a really terrible episode that's, like, legitimately bad is, like, at least it's interesting in that it's bad. This is just
Bland.
bad
It's
and
bland.
unmemorable and, like,
It's bad in the bad way.
at least something bad will succeed as, like, an episode of a TV show because people will watch something that's bad. Like, something that's unmemorable, nobody's gonna watch. Like, it's just an even bigger failure because it's unmemorable.
Meh, I don't care about being edgy, McEdge.
Well, now comes the fun part, which is out of all of the Dream episodes, because now we've come full circle. We've done all 3 of them, even though there's still Babs, but she got kicked out of the CMC. Fuck her. Which do you think was the best one?
Sweetie Belle, hands down for me.
Sweetie Belle.
It's definitely Sweetie Belle.
As much as I enjoyed the little bonding between Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash in the first episode, yeah, the Sweetie Belle one's just a better overall episode in terms of dream imagery, story progression, everything. So, yep.
Sweetie Belle actually does have a lot of depth that you seem to have dismissed entirely.
Yeah, Sweetie Belle has.
Again, it's because I'm like completely biased against CMC episodes, and I will freely admit it. But I can't decide between Scootaloo or Sweetie Belle. Scootaloo because it was really cute, even though the like reason for nightmares and such was a little silly.
Well,
So I guess I will
yeah.
give the title to Sweetie Belle just because being tormented with heart-wrenching guilt over and over again in your nightmares, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Guilt trip.
So we're pretty sold on that.
Yeah, that's a unanimous
Yep.
vote.
Wait,
Hold on.
I didn't say that.
Oh, wait. Oh, what did you say, Chris?
Chris,
Well, even though I'm gonna lose anyway, I thought the Scootaloo episode was the best. for me.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
All right, hey.
No, you disagree. We can't be friends anymore.
You're out of the group.
Oh,
Goodbye, Chris.
fuck
You've been
you
voted
then.
off
Get the
Hoof Hearted
fuck
Island.
out of my kitchen.
Please put out your torch and go off screen.
He is the
You have been
one
voted off
Hoof-Hearted.
the Hoof-Hearted.
Anyway, now let's get to the ranty part of this thing.
So yeah, that what was our total score? average?
Let me do that real quick.
Gotta be around like
Yeah,
a
man.
5.
Round
Yeah,
up to
let me
5.
open up my calculator.
Survey says.
little below, I would guess.
Let me go through everyone's thing. Treebeard said 6. Greg said 5.
Yep.
Scott said 5.
No, I said 6.
Scott said 6. Chris said 5. No, I was 4 and
I
she
was
was
3.
3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
doesn't matter. Same shit.
And that is a 4.8.
That's
You heard it here, folks.
That's pretty
So far,
bad.
the lowest of the season.
I think
It's
Of
watch.
the
if I
four
remember
that
correctly, Daring Don't had a higher
Right.
score, and yeah,
Oh,
I
Oh, we
think
gotta
only
change that.
Philly Vanilli has.
Philly Vanilli had the lowest. It was like a 3.
Yeah,
It was
Philly
very
Vanilli
bad.
had the lowest, but
yeah.
this was.
We'll save that for another
Pretty
time
close.
again.
I have to ask, how does Philly Vanilli even have a 3? I don't remember it going above a 3 in the.
It
in the group.
might be.
Um,
We'd have to go back and look. It was
Victor.
not good. It might have been
Okay.
Victor. Yeah,
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's another topic.
back
Oh.
back to time for Brony Gate or
No,
or-
no.
Oh,
Either
the
Trace or Trace
fuck
Ponies.
up.
The proper name
Our
for
good-
this is Drawponies.
Our good
Well,
friend.
actually-
Actually, no, the proper name is Trace Ponies.
Fine.
hashtag Trace Ponies.
Actually,
Trace
I
Ponies.
thought we were going to go over which of the Dream episodes we like the least.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought it was. Oh, were
we can
we?
do that too.
Okay.
Doesn't it say that?
No,
I
it
said it
just
was an
said-
option,
don't-
but
I
I
don't
mean,
Fucking I'm not
I was
looking at
just
the
throwing
doc
ideas
because
around.
I
If we
don't
want
Overall
it.
opinion of the CMC Dream episode.
Oh, okay.
I think Apple Blooms is the less of the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apple Blooms definitely comes in last.
It's
Yeah.
unanimous.
They could have. The thing is, they could have done Apple Bloom's way better, and I feel like they could have gotten away with it, kind of, if they didn't outline the entire goddamn episode in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
It's one thing to spout out, like, random what-ifs, and it just doesn't happen. It's just being paranoid. It's another thing to spout out what-ifs, and that's actually the summary of the episode.
the moose is on the loose.
Anyone else?
I don't know. Just like
We're pretty unanimous on the one we dislike.
Okay, so I'm the one person who disagrees. I hate the Scootaloo one the most.
Really?
Wow.
Fuck? Hater,
really? Why?
Okay, explain.
Yeah, explain. Like, right?
Oh, he is cackling. You're feeding him.
No, I'm just confused.
No, I'm
I'm
just
not like angry. Like, I'm just confused.
But yeah, I fucking hated the Scootaloo one.
Oh,
Why?
Yeah, we'll get an explanation. Yep. Hold on.
Okay, the Scootaloo one, I despised it because it was trying to play itself off as something that it was trying to play itself off as really frightening, but we never really get a look into what about it is supposed to be scary.
I don't think it was.
No, I disagree as well. It was-
Yeah, I think it's just that Scootaloo's afraid. Like, Scootaloo is afraid and no one else is.
It's her
So
personal
obviously
fears
it's
as a
not
child.
trying to
It's not meant to be
Yeah,
frightening to
I don't even
us.
know
It's
what's-
just her.
Yeah.
We don't even know what's supposed to be eliciting these.
They were telling scary stories,
Yeah,
and she had
it's-
nightmares about them and didn't want to fess up that she was scared because she's
Yeah,
not.
Yeah, she did-
about
she
them,
did-
so we don't know what was supposed to be scary or not scary about them. Information was omitted.
But kids
I
just
know, I
get
think
scared by
I
stuff
think a
like
headless
that.
horse running
though.
around wanting
Like-
to kill you is kind of
Yeah,
like-
frightening.
They never even say that it wants to kill you.
Yeah, they do. They totally do.
It's a wasn't it headless? Was that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that would imply, but it wants to take your head. I mean,
Not
Yeah.
you know,
Really? All of
Yeah,
it would
That's-
typically imply
Oh.
that if we go off of Sleepy Hollow, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Ah,
it's,
fuck.
it's a pretty clear
I
reference.
still hate the shit out of it.
I feel
Because
like the
it's
Scootaloo
not leg-
dream. Sorry.
It's not even legitimately frightening in any way. So trying to play that off is just. Ah!
I feel like
You
the
can't
Scootaloo
change
Dream
your
episode
opinion.
was an experimentation, and they weren't actually planning on continuing the dream sequences because all these dream sequences happen in different seasons.
Right.
I still
So I
hate
don't know
the
if they-
shit out of it.
We
It
understand that you
sucks.
hate the shit out of it.
Hold on.
Calm down and think of magical mystery cure. There you go.
Why
Here's
would
your
that
That makes him
paper bag.
angrier. Yeah. God.
Here's your paper
Sometimes
bag
worse.
and tranquilizer. Go in the corner.
Well, we
I
can't
don't
change his
have
opinion.
tranquilizers.
Here you go. Here you go. Just
Duster, you think he? I think he gets high on tranquilizers. Do you see how raging
Oh.
he is?
that explains why the dark gun didn't work at BabsCon. It just made him angrier. Huh.
I think
Actually,
he's
no.
developed
I kind of just
actual-
replaced the darts with Mountain Dew Code Red. My bad on
God
that.
damn it.
I was wondering where the rest
Take
of that
down
went.
the people across
I
the
wonder.
hall.
You fuckers drank it all.
I mean, yeah. Sorry. Should have told you that one.
Son of a
I was
bitch.
wondering why it ran
Damn
out
it! I
so
was planning on
fast.
storming the horse news party and just spraying this everywhere.
Shout out to our horse news friends.
Again.
Yeah,
Oh!
well, the horse news is gonna get another shout out in the next section because.
Anyways,
Shout out every 5
Anyway.
minutes.
Yeah,
So-
Scootaloo one was weak sauce, and I hated the shit out of it.
all right.
I didn't give a
Watered
shit
down
about
Diner.
Scootaloo. I didn't give a shit about Rainbow Dash. I didn't give a shit about Luna. I didn't give a shit about their crappy horror stories because I knew next to nothing about them.
You can't change what you
I
say.
mentally filled them in and just made it way worse than they actually would have.
See, I operate by making the fewest assumptions possible.
I operate solely off assumptions.
All right, we've been on.
All
this
right. I
topic
think we should
long
definitely
enough.
move on to the next one. As much as we could go on, but
We could do this after.
You
the
can't
podcast.
see my sinister grin.
Fuck Scootaloo. Fuck Rainbow Dash. Fuck.
Whoa! Hey!
Um,
Hey!
Art
Then
tracing.
fight more.
That's my favorite CMC, bitch.
Well, and this is this is going
That's
to be
my
the
favorite
Chris.
CMC if I was forced to pick one at gunpoint.
Yeah.
It's time
We're here
for
at
the
Hoof
Chris,
Hearted, not hate
Treebeard,
anybody.
and Katie section, aka Trace Ponies.
You want to go
Trace ponies.
You want to go Treebeard, or are you just chicken?
Oh,
Girls, you're both pretty. Now sit down.
Okay, Trace Ponies.
Alright, so-
Trace Ponies.
So, Tree,
Okay,
Fuck
so
this
have the
motherfucker.
timeline of Trace ponies.
so Treebeard or Kate, I guess. you
Whoever
talk
wants to
about
do
this.
it, go right ahead. Let's just get it going.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You know
I
most of it.
just have a summary of like the timeline, which thanks Horse News. That's kind of how I cobbled this together. It's like all over the internet.
All right.
What?
All right, so give us a note.
So an overview. The first thing to keep in mind is that Drawponies isn't just one dude. The head of it is Neil, and while he does have minions that work 20 cons in 1 year alone on his behalf, manage the fan base, and they don't also do like little artist monkey things like Phoenix the colorist. He's got one of those, and he's also got a tracer. That's the problem. So for the last 2 years, pretty much all the vendors and vendor halls at PonyCons all over knew that Drawponies traced. It's just nobody wanted to say anything because they either were new to vending, didn't have proof, or didn't want to bring on the rage of Drawponies' Legion of Idiot fans. And actually, I'm kind of in that league because I saw him at the first con I ever vended at, and something looked a little funky, but I just assumed that everyone like knew and was on board with it. And now here we are.
yes.
So someone on the Drawponies fan Facebook puts up a screen cap from his stream. Apparently, Drawponies was dumb enough to trace a screenshot from the show on a stream with people watching and expect nobody to go, wait, what the fuck? So
Yeah.
cue Facebook group getting pissed off at him, since one of the rules of the Facebook group was no tracing artwork. Oops.
Whoa.
They're pissed off because a lot of the art Drawponies has been selling, including a blanket for $150 goddamn dollars, is all traced from the show.
Wait, he raised it up by 100?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And
I remember
also,
I bought it
I'm
for
sorry to tell
50.
you, but every single image on that thing is traced.
Oh yeah. No shit.
One commission has even been exposed as trace, and another commission background was outright recycled from a collaboration he did with another artist. And yes, he charged for the commissioner for the background that he didn't draw. In the midst of all this, Neil is running a Patreon. Realizing how bad it looks to be running a Patreon for his Empire of Trace shit, he changes the name, URL, and pitch, as well as the name of the person running the Patreon. And now raises a Patreon for a comic project called Adapting to Night, which is garnering $308 a week.
Not to interrupt, but
This will
someone's making like a scraping sound. I don't know who that is, but
Yeah, who is that?
it's kind of
That's not me.
yeah, I know. So I'm saying someone needs to check or stop doing
Fess
that.
up!
Maybe it's me.
not
I'm
me.
not sure. Or maybe
Just try to keep stuff away from it, Mike. That's sorry. Just thought I'd bring it up.
All right.
But yeah, so this guy's basically getting the equivalent of a part-time job per month on this one Patreon. So remember that Adapting to Night comic, because that will come up later. He then issues a shitty apology, which claims responsibility for absolutely nothing, downplays his tracing, claims to be getting rid of all of his trace work from his con stock, denies censoring negative comments, demonstrably false, and even his own Facebook admins had to unhide comments criticizing him. He most notably claims that Adapting to Night, the Patreon comic, is not traced. Oops, Anonymous found a trace in Adapting to Night. That's 2 lies and 1 apology. You lose.
Wow. What a wiener.
He does get a consolation prize, though. His
That is?
consolation prize is Everfree Northwest stripping of his vending and community guest privileges. Rumors are going around that other cons are following suit, but there haven't been any names yet. And judging by the fact that he had over 20 conventions just for this year alone, he's going to be getting a lot of cancellation notices.
Oh boy.
To finish this all up, Equestria Daily claims to be neutral despite the fact they use Drawponies headers all the time, so yeah, of course they're neutral.
That and we're the most PC media outlet. I hate to say it, but even though you post our stuff and we love you, but you know,
We do?
in a way, just shut up,
The one
Treebeard.
thing they didn't write was a statement. They said they wouldn't be using Drawponies images in their headers anymore.
They probably would
Oh,
not reach
okay.
this point. That's true.
So now we're gonna split the rage and Half three ways. We have two other artists here. Who wants it?
Three-way.
Probably
Well, there's two other artists.
She-Bear,
We'll throw in
Are
random
you-
shit we feel talking
Yeah.
about, but it's your stage. Own it.
Treebeard, are you enraged enough? Are you enraged enough, Treebeard?
Treebeard, do you go on your plagiarism
Oh,
rant?
it's building. I
Oh.
can hear it.
It's building up.
Yeah, it's building. Okay, I just need to talk. So,
Okay.
I'm mad at this for a lot of this is from a post I put on MLP forums, which people promptly agreed with, and some of them are, whatever. But so I'm mad at this for several reasons. The big one being I'm also an artist that vends, so this asshole ruins it for the rest of us. But I have a lot more words to say. Tracing is artistic dishonesty. He's been lying to everybody, and he's still doing it. He's things he said he never traced has been proven to be traced. He has zero remorse and is only putting out that patronizing insult of an apology because he got caught. And I and many others would probably be more forgiving if he just came clean on his own, but it took his own fans turning on him for him to be truthful. Only when his business was threatened did he talk, and that's not love for the fandom, that's just greed. There's a lot of responses I see in this scandal that have been repeated over and over again by people defending this guy, so I'm going to just paraphrase some of them. And just warning, all the yous are pretty general, so not directed at anyone.
You.
One that I've seen a lot is, love and tolerate, you guys!
Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paused for groans.
I do not tolerate betrayal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember going
There's
into
tolerance.
yeah.
Just being too
First
forgiving.
off, that it's stupid, it's dead, it's cliche, stop fucking saying it. It started as a 4chan joke.
Ugh.
Second, tolerating means putting up with something. So basically you're telling us to put up with lying and scamming people out of their money with a fake product. I don't know why you're okay with tolerating lying, but I'm not. And if we're going to derive from the show, remember that one of the elements of harmony is honesty. He just traced some stuff, big deal. He didn't trace everything. Let's say you have a friend that lies a lot. He tells you something and swears that this time he's telling the truth. Are you going to believe him? No. That's
Fuck
the
no.
inherent nature of lying. Once one lie is exposed, everything else you do is called into question. Because if you're willing to lie about one thing, what's to say you won't lie about something else? Or use another lie to cover up another lie, like with that stupid fake apology I'll keep bringing up, because it's so disingenuous.
Ugh.
Even in his statement, he said that adapting to night was never traced, which has been proven to be untrue. He's still lying, which leads to the next point. He apologized. What more do you want? He had objectively lied in his apology. Why should anyone accept it after that? It just proves he's more interested in saving his own skin than making amends. If he's really interested in starting to build some bridges again, he'd start telling the truth. And the last one, I believe, in my long rant, yeah, there we go, is damn fandom drama witch hunts. Tracing isn't a big deal. Calm down. It is to artists like me who work tirelessly to improve our craft to create something original for the fan base. I'll just use a metaphor. You're working on a big essay for this really important contest. You worked super hard. You fact-checked. You proofread this into hell and back. Tons of time polishing this essay. You go over it when you should be sleeping. You just spend a lot of goddamn time on this essay. You feel awesome about it. You're sure that contest is yours. But someone else just downloaded their essay off the internet, wrote their name on it, and turned it in. And they win. Wouldn't you be pissed off? I mean, you worked so hard to make something original, only to have someone cheat and win. That's how artists like me feel when someone traces their way to fame. What also makes me really disgusted is that all of these conventions that he's going to, those tables that he's taking up with his fake shit, could have belonged to a new artist who's just getting their feet on the ground, just starting to get into this fandom and make a name for themselves. But instead, Mr. Popular, who cheated his way there, took it. And that was me at BabsCon 2014. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And that table could have gone to someone just like me who was just getting started and learning the ropes of vending. He stole that opportunity, and I think that's disgusting, and I think the amount of people defending him is disgusting. I think the amount of people downplaying plagiarism is disgusting. I mean, there's a reason that colleges boot people out for plagiarism. So in short, I guess I won't say I forgive him, because forgiveness says that you agreed to let something go. And I don't think I'm going to let this go, because this guy took my money, and I'm kind of pissed off about that, but he also took away a lot from the artist that could have benefited from all the space that he's taken up. So no, I don't think I'll be forgiving him, especially after lying again. Now, next person to rage, go.
All right, Chris.
Tag, I need my green tea.
Let's go, Chris.
All right.
Let's have you go next.
Well, I find it downright despicable. Back then, I saw his work, and it wasn't like tracing, but I'm not gonna lie, I bought some of his stuff, and
You and me both.
I'm kind of regretting it now. But it was easy to tell that he was tracing. I thought nobody noticed. I thought everybody was. I thought, oh fuck, I'm so I thought everybody knew. It's very obvious. It's so damn obvious.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this.
It's alright.
One of my jobs on another forum that has a big artist community was basically Googling all the sources that tracers use to bust them. That's what I did for months on end, and even I got had by this dude.
Shit. Like, fuck. Like, I never got good overnight. Fucking, like, oh, I'm just gonna draw something. Bam! I'm good. I'm the best.
How long have you been drawing? Answer that question.
I've been drawing for 2 years. And still I'm trying to perfect my art. Like, if you see my drawings from the beginning, it's shitty, and then, like, it's progressively getting better and better on the way.
Yeah, Chris has gotten, like, way better.
Yeah, we've
and
seen
he's
your
still
art
getting
advance a
better,
lot, Chris, and it's really
crazy.
true. Yeah.
It took a lot of sleep. It took some sleepless
It took a lot
nights.
of fucking practice and a lot of not fucking tracing.
And frustration, too. I would always get mad at my drawings for not looking the way I wanted. And I would lash out at myself. I would, like, punish myself by not sleeping. And just seeing somebody just trace other people's work that they worked hard on, you're just stealing. Stealing somebody's blood and sweat. You're emulating drawing, but you're not really. Where are you going to go with this?
That's the other
You're
thing.
going to get found out.
Saying that oh well, tracing is fine if you're using it to teach yourself how to draw. And back me up on this. You don't learn from tracing.
You learn from structure.
That's what you're supposed to study.
The structure that builds the body of a character. If you can't find shapes in that character, it's not a good character. Why do you think My Little Pony is great? It uses circles. Circles are very appealing to the humans. Us humans.
The humans.
The humans.
We are the humans. We want circles.
Excuse me, I'm not a human. I'm actually an alicorn princess in a human body.
I'm triggered by this.
Ah!
Triggered.
But yes, that's why it's appealing to us, everybody in the whole world. Circles are appealing because it's a friendly shape. We are.
Friendly circle. Yeah. Check out that friendly circle.
Oh, look at that circle. Oh, he's so bouncy.
There's actually theories behind what. Okay, if you couldn't tell, I'm completely self-taught and have no idea.
Yeah, you can teach yourself. It just takes a lot of practice.
You know how long I've been drawing?
A lot, I bet.
Years and years.
Over 12 years.
Yeah.
It did not come overnight.
It's good to get opinions from others too. Like we said, like in the other.
Criticism is good.
Criticism is key to perfecting your art. Failure leads to success.
That I go I cannot leg. Show me to leg right.
Here you go.
Yay, I can leg right.
Pretty much, yeah, you're just making us cry like really hard because we practice hard. We play hard. We fucking play so hard at this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can't stop, won't stop.
All right, Treebeard, your turn.
Give it to you. Treebeard, go! Unleash the beast.
This motherfucker. I've been learning how to draw for 16 years. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Hell, even longer than that. I learned to draw for 16 years, but I've been doing it since before I can even remember doing it.
You're born
I've
with
been
colored
learning.
pencils.
I've been learning how to write for at least 10 years. And when I try to get on the horse train and I tried to make work and kind of show it to, most of my friends didn't even notice I was doing it. Most of them didn't even care I was working on it. Most of them don't even know half the shit I do. And I labor over this shit for hours, days, and most of the time nobody even knows that it happens. And this slimy, vile, plagiaristic piece of shit traces some bullshit and gets paid hundreds of dollars for it? Fuck you!
If it makes you matter, this is his full-time job.
Fuck.
He made enough to quit his job.
I think my left eye is hurting even more than before.
You have
hate
eye bulge rage?
This motherfucker.
Eye bulge rage.
Hell, I hate people who are more successful than me in general. But this motherfucker is cheating. He's cheating, and he's invalidating everything I've ever done. I have the same problem with people with bad fanfics getting popular. Oh, well, I actually put the effort into it, but Mr. Shitty McShitface gets thousands of reads and likes because he half-assed it. This motherfucker gets hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions and can quit his day job because he traces. Fuck this motherfucker with
Holy for holies.
That's a weird thing to make a spork out of.
Ew.
That's butter.
that come out and
Whoa, okay.
fuck this motherfucker.
Slow down there, Tiger.
Yeah, this is
Technical
gonna-
difficulties.
I don't wish harm on anyone, except for child
Greg, when
molesters.
you're editing this,
Um,
just as that sentence starts, just cut to a technical difficulty is fine.
You know what?
I work
Forget.
That was,
When- Attacked.
it's,
That's we found our
But yeah.
our title.
But yeah, I worked for years. Nobody pays the fuck attention. This guy traces. He gets fucking everything.
Oh,
He gets
You dropped
life on a
Mike.
silver platter.
does he get a mic that's not punch? No.
He gets a mic drop because he's
Oh.
shit at.
I thought mic drops were for like being totally served, which I guess after us three.
I
he
mean,
had.
you are serving him. That is true.
don't serve him anything. Doesn't deserve to be served.
He's been served many times by money.
And also, I just need to add one more thing. If anyone's listening to this and is super tempted to go comment and okay, he's a scumbag, but can we just not do the go kill yourself, you should die,
Yeah, no,
Can we
that's
just
never
not do
okay.
that?
That's just not
Still a
okay.
person.
I still wish.
Oh,
Love it.
okay.
All right.
But he should have taken into consideration what he should have looked at it instead of saying, "I'm just taking away other people's opportunities here."
You should have just realized he was a
as I said off
scumbag.
the podcast, one of the prints that I ended up getting, I'm pretty sure is not traced, and I could be totally wrong. I think the only unoriginal thing on it is probably it's the Wonderbolt Rainbow Dash. It's probably the the lead pony badge, the cutie mark, and that's all that's not original. And otherwise, it's not a terribly bad style. So the question is, why would he have to?
Well,
Locusts.
he's fucking a greedy little
It's
shitbag.
about efficiency
And
and
he
making
really-
as much as
No,
possible.
Listen,
Like-
he's a greedy little shitbag, and he realized I can make even more money by doing even less work. Why wouldn't I do this? And he kept getting away with it, so why the fuck would he stop?
Well, the great thing is, the day after this broke on Horse News, like, all the super popular artists on Twitter, like, I'm not gonna name drop them, they know who they are. But they were going, wait, you guys are just talking about this now? We knew for like 3 years.
To be
Fuck's
fair, I think
sakes.
the only reason that it came out now is because the fans called him out, which means that the proof is irrefutable.
That, and also, like I said earlier, a lot of people who were onto him were also vendors, either new or newer veterans. And if they were new, then if they couldn't pony up the proof, pun not intended,
Boo.
not intended. If they couldn't show any proof of their accusation, then they'd be ruined.
Well,
And even if they could, his fucking fan base would wreck them.
no,
But if
to,
you're a
no, to
veteran-
be fair, those rumors have been going around. Except no one had any solid proof. Was the problem?
Until
No one could prove it
now.
until now.
Which is sad
Yeah.
because a lot of the vectors that this dude traced or images are like meme status. Like it should have been not that hard to do it. But for the veterans, then there would be friction in the vending room and it would be awkward for everyone. And again, if you don't have proof, then the fans are just gonna make it a nightmare for you.
They'll put you on the stake.
But
yeah.
when his own fans do it,
That's different.
he can't treat them like shit as much as he can the other vendors because they knew this was going on for a while.
It makes you wonder.
And none of them have had none of them. That was another thing that was glossed over. A few of the vendors have reported some hard sale tactics,
Strong arming people?
like going into lines with examples of his prints and asking them if they want to buy anything, like
That's
going around
fucking
to other people's tables.
ridiculous.
That's
What a
Oh.
douche.
It's kind of sleazy.
really, that's going even lower than he
Going to,
thought. My
like-
God.
Parties and stuff, and yeah, like hard selling.
Please. If you mention fucking any arachnids, I'm going to throw you out of this call.
I'm tempted.
Is that very nice of you, though?
No, I'm not feeling particularly nice.
You should feel nice to me.
I
We're
do need to say
friends.
that there are a few vendors that deny that like the hard selling tactics were happening. The ones that I saw personally was he would just like yell at people around the artist alley, and that was kind of it. Which, while it's super irritating, it's not necessarily a bad practice or rude.
It's pretty much shouting about, "Hey, I got my wares here. Come buy them." That's
Yeah,
which
which
is part of a standard marketplace anyway.
yeah, and people at like Anime Expo do that. I'm of course talking about the we guys. And I've lost track of how many
those
times people have
guys.
complained about them for that exact reason.
Those
Oh,
guys.
All right, so we vented.
Well,
quite enough.
I have one thing I want to say about this
Yeah.
as not an established artist. Like,
Go on.
I'm doing other like shit to get a job, get a degree, all that crap. So I don't have the time to, like hone my craft as an artist or anything. And like I know that's all it takes to like learn art. You just need to sit down, like have time, practice, learn to do shit.
Be like
It's
Nike and just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you just need to do it. And I don't have the time to do it. I'm not saying I don't have the skill. I'm not saying I don't have a quote-unquote gift, because that's not a thing. Like, it's all just, like, practice and learning to do it. Anyone can do it if they try hard enough. And I don't have the time to. So when I do art, it's really, like, I don't have my own style yet. I don't have whatever. But even I don't trace shit. Like, I'll, like, reference shit pretty heavily, which,
It's different
fucking-
from tracing.
Yeah, it's different, because I'm not fucking tracing it. Even though I don't, like, have my own style, it's still, like, my style just by the fact that I'm drawing it.
You're freehand
Also,
drawing
referencing
it.
is encouraged. If like you're, I want to draw this hand in this position, but I don't fucking know how, and you just look up pictures and go, oh, like that's how it works. And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
draw a few
References are
rough
fun.
shapes while looking at it. Yeah, like that's fine.
yeah, like I'm a fucking
Like-
shit ass artist, and even I do at least that much. Like, fucking tracing shit and selling it is ridiculous. Even if he wasn't selling it, it's ridiculous. Like, goddamn.
That was another. A lot of people are saying like, oh, only the comics were traced, and he wasn't selling those. Like, but that's not the point.
Goddamn plagiarism. Like, that's the thing that, like, gets to me the most, is the fact that it's still fucking goddamn plagiarism. Because
I don't know
I'm
if any of your
studying-
colleges do this, but at the beginning of every single
Yeah,
class,
every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
class.
yeah, yeah.
100% of
They
the
make you
classes.
agree to a plagiarism.
Yeah,
and then
every
you get a
single
little
class.
handout that tells you what plagiarism is.
Yeah.
And, like,
And you gotta,
okay,
yeah,
if
go
you
for
wouldn't
it.
do that for school, why should this be acceptable when it's a monetary gain?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like, I mean, that's the thing that gets to me the most, because I'm studying history, so everything is about writing
It's
papers.
breaking copyright law.
I'm writing
Oh
papers.
God, I hear you on the
constantly.
writing papers. We had to. Other classes got to just like sign it and forget about it, but if you're in any of the humanities or arts classes,
Yeah,
they make
exactly.
you read it.
Yeah, we have to read it. We have to deal with it, like, every fucking class. Like, we are
Turnitin.com.
constantly writing shit.
Everyone has to be able to fucking turn it in.
Fucking, well, I mean, like, some classes, like, you don't write that much, and, like, sometimes your teacher will, like, not use Turnitin, but, like,
I haven't had
as
that yet,
as a
but, you know.
humanities student, you're fucking, if you plagiarize even, like, a fucking sentence, you're getting fucked in the throat. Like, you don't do that shit. It doesn't fly. So that's what really gets to me about this shit. Like, how dare this asshole?
How dare you?
And a ball of tapeworms.
So I think this guy's problem was overambition, which is why he turned the tracing to supplement his income. Why don't we talk about underambition with Pacific PonyCon?
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
Let's.
something I can finally talk about with knowledge.
Go on, Greg.
Also, I think my segue was pretty fantastic. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
give myself a
that was
back
pretty
there,
great.
there.
Pat yourself in the
Pretty
back.
good.
Internet
Pretty
high
good job.
five.
Yeah.
That's not a high
Underambition.
five. That's banging. Quit banging.
That's someone else. Someone else was
That was
banging.
me. God,
High
what-
five.
Am I not allowed to bang? Okay.
No, you're allowed
Don't
to bang. I mean, we
fucking
don't talk
bang
about
in the
what we
podcast.
admit.
Hey,
Uh,
when
sure
a
to tell
man
me what
needs
to
to
do.
bang.
For fuck's sakes.
So what do we know
Uh,
about Pacific PonyCon, which I'm just gonna summon Pacific PonyCon. They have a Facebook page, which is a personal page and not like a corporate page kind of thing. They have a Twitter for their like bland OC. They have a fucking it is adventures in new ugly website design. I gotta say.
As
And
I
then
summed it
there's,
up, it's worse than a high school web design project.
No,
It's
yeah,
like
if you-
amateur.
It's
It's
one
so
big
bad.
skull away from GeoCities.
We mentioned the oatmeal once already in this podcast, but let's mention it again. He has a comic about like being
Terrible
a
web
web
design,
designer.
yes.
Yeah, this website is like the bad example of like the example of a bad website in that comic. Like, Jesus, it's
Bad.
awful.
But
And as far as we can tell, it's being arranged by the San Diego Bronies, who have no convention experience, and they organize a bunch of meetups, one of which Horse News went to. Again, we're going to mention them. And it turned out to be, like, just a big old advertisement for this convention that was coming up.
Good old horse news.
so
But they announced their first guest.
Oh, good. The
Yeah.
San Diego Bronies, my least favorite people.
Man,
So they're from a mythical land
People
where we
with the
don't know
OC
who they are.
bros.
man's Leo.
Ain't there
No,
you
the
go.
people from the OC are merely annoying. The people from San Diego, I have personal beef with.
Really? I didn't even know you.
Oh, well,
Where's the beef?
Bronies.
San Diego.
Tell me more.
this is
Tell
for,
me,
this is
what did they
for
do? What did they
Hoof
do?
Hearted in the back room.
hold on. So
No,
Just-
I want to know. I want to know.
right now,
Yes,
like
I want to know right now.
Sketchy
Straight-
Wolf and Yoshi. I'll leave it at that.
I knew-
Okay,
Oh,
just-
okay.
I didn't know they were
But-
from San Diego.
okay,
They were-
hold on.
They are.
So the background behind this whole con was essentially that EQLA went into a period where they said, we're gonna go away for now, we may or may not come back down the road, and that left a hole for a SoCal BronyCon, which was essentially empty for a year and a half. BabsCon went on, people went up there.
That still wasn't an
Good
LA
time.
con though.
But no, I know that. But, so eventually EQLA was finally,
Brought
people
back.
came up to him and said, you should come back. We really need an OC, an OC or a SoCal con. And, they did. But the San Diego people continued to, they had the idea beforehand, oh, we'll replace EQLA with a San Diego con. And, everyone's going to come down. But, that wasn't the case anymore now that EQLA was back. It's established. It has a good history with guests and, just treating the community well. Just an all-around good con wrap.
Can we say, did they announce any guests for EQLA?
No,
Achilles
that's
been
hold on. That's, I know,
okay.
that's a side topic.
We'll
So,
leave
hold
that
on.
to the side. Okay.
But, so essentially San Diego said, yeah, we're still gonna do this. We'll still get people to come. So, in their infinite wisdom, they decide, what's a place we should host a BronyCon in San Diego? Because, we just want everyone to come. We want it to be so affordable. Oh, how about a, waterside private resort literally inside a marina where
With a
private
private
boats
beach.
are?
That's
Yes.
pretty much where the
Beca-
rich people live.
That's
Because-
highway robbery.
Because that's where a brony convention should be, not a hotel airport or a convention
And
center
I looked
airport.
up how much it costs for a night in just one of their cheapest rooms. It's nearly $200 a night.
It's expensive. Yeah, it is not a.
And this is
It's not your typical BronyCon.
Yeah, this is not where bronies would go, and this is the type of place where a family would go on vacation, which kind of makes me worried about bronies going to a high-end resort and terrorizing the people there who pay pretty good money to be there.
Right.
Oh,
Well, and
and
if some-
let's not forget just what kinds of bronies would be rich enough to
To
afford
go to a
this
private
kind of-
resort. Yeah, why?
Jeffrey,
There are bronies rich enough to go on a fucking brony cruise.
Where
I
are you
mean,
talking?
Yeah, and you know which ones those are? The really spaghetti ones that spend thousands of dollars on fucking plushies. Plushies with fuckholes.
Let alone.
Okay, let's not.
But okay,
bring up
but
that
but
part.
here's the thing: if you're starting out a first-time con and you're not sure what turnout you're gonna get, why in the fuck would you hold it in a private resort? I mean, really, you're just
That was the-
asking for trouble
that's
there.
one
I
more
mean,
thing. Normally, when they announce that tickets are for sale, they have a con block that has a special pricing. They don't have that.
right? They just have buy your ticket,
Right now. Do it, you fools.
Yeah.
Do it.
And as another, I think someone else pointed out that it's being hosted in January of 2016, and we're like, why would you host a beach con in January? And as I pointed out, well, that's probably the only dates that could actually afford the fucking hotel, because, yeah, trying to get a beachside hotel in summer, yeah, that's not gonna fly. They're gonna charge a shit ton of money.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, good luck with that. So, they've already timed it horribly. It's already at a horrible location. Their website looks like shit. It's run by people that aren't proven. Yeah, I can see no way this can go, wrong. It's totally gonna work out just as planned. Don't think so.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Bullshit.
No.
So yeah, if you're considering going to that con, our advice would be don't. Go to EQLA. Sorry, just being honest with you.
This,
but,
this has
This has Unicon
written
2
all over it.
Yeah, this is Unicon 2.0. It's I
kind
don't
of want
see
to
this
go
going
just to see
well.
the fallout.
No, that would require you to pay that ludicrous amount of money.
Yeah, God. Why?
Is it
stand
only
outside
just
of
a full weekend and they don't have individual days?
Wait, what do you mean?
Because BabsCon, let's say you only want to go Saturday, because nothing else really matters.
Let's see. I'll pull up the site.
Because last I checked, they were only selling full weekends.
You can book a room. Can you get a badge? Oh, registration now open. It's in tiny white font at the top. That's wonderful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, they do have pricing ranges now. So you were looking if they did single day? No,
Yes.
there is no single day. It's full weekend.
Go big or go home.
I'll go home, thank you.
Yes, please. My home is way more suitable than this.
So yeah, that's another huge problem is there's only people that they want to go for one day. This is like con basics. Every single con does that, except this one apparently because yeah.
Yeah, this is.
These people don't.
It's not like people have lives and can only make certain dates. Nah, just make it full weekend only,
Well, no.
only option.
Let's be real here for a second. The type of brony who can afford like this thing, this whatever the
Well,
fuck.
can and would spend the money on it.
Yeah,
Right.
they're the kinds of people who probably don't need jobs.
Perhaps,
So
but
it's
at the
not
same
like they're
time,
taking off of work for it.
no, that's not a guarantee. If someone works a lot, they would have the money to go to such a thing.
But if they
But-
work a lot, they're smarter than to spend. They're smarter than the type.
That's
of person
making
who would
quite an
spend money
assumption.
on
That's a
this.
reach. I've seen some stupid people working at jobs before, okay?
But then those
I
people aren't
mean-
gonna save up the money for something like this. They're too stupid to save. Like,
TG, you're looking way, way above and beyond into this.
There's a pit bull under my chair. I am
Also-
calming down.
Also, apparently there's a kids pass, and apparently their kids membership is called a grommet.
Grommet?
Anyone who watches JonTron will get a chuckle out of that, even though it's a surfer reference, but that's very swoot.
swoot.
Swoody, swoody.
Alright, anything else to say about this other than the fact that it's... Yeah,
No,
don't
it's
go.
just really fucking stupid.
Don't go.
Yeah,
Don't go.
this has got spaghetti and unicorn written all over it, man.
A lot of spaghetti and meatballs, I hear.
Oh god, the meatball.
Yeah, it might even reach meatball status. Okay, anything else? No?
I don't think
Let's
so.
see what
Fuck
we've
bees.
got.
On the
There's a pit bull underneath my chair. I am calming down.
Good.
I have
Are you really?
I have a corgi mix
Yes.
passed out next to me.
I have a cat passed out next to me.
I think
Work.
we've covered enough topics for today. Unless someone has anything they really, really, really want to add. But,
Let's move on to the next topic, shall we?
well, there is no next topic. That's the point. It's either
What-
that or we move on to plug and pimp, which I
What
think
about-
is
what about
I think it's about
EQLA?
time
What about
anyways.
Oh yeah,
EQLA?
the EKLA stuff.
Well, what? I
So
mean,
about
other
a
than
con
the
you'd
fact they haven't...
actually want to go to.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
There's nothing
sure,
to say yet.
but-
like,
But
There's
the
not-
guest-
they haven't
That's the
announced
problem.
anything yet, which is a problem. As much as we gave them props, they haven't done anything yet. There's still no guests. There's no press or vendor panel, anything set up.
And it worries
So you can't
us.
register for those locations or
it worries
those
us,
roles.
but at the same time, like, it's not enough of a worry yet for us to
We're
like.
not at
talk
not
about
at
it.
the point where we need to bitch about it. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like, well, we're really excited and we want to start registering and stuff. But,
But we're not bitching about
know.
it. We're just concerned.
but yeah,
But like again, it's not like enough of a concern yet. Like
no, it'll be
in
taken
another
care
like
of.
month, if
It'll be
there's
taken
still
care of,
nothing,
probably.
then yeah, let's freak out. But at this point, it's just like let's wait until something happens.
Okay. Now time for plug and pimp, I guess. Where we
Look, pimp my ride.
where we talk about all the stuff we want to fucking shove in your face, and you'll probably
Watch
never
our
see it.
interviews.
Well, okay, yeah, that was point one. Yeah, go watch our interviews for BabsCon. They
I'm
should be up
significantly less
completely.
ragey there.
Yeah, I know, right? They should be completely up by the time this podcast goes up, which is probably a week and a half, because I still have to do the first one.
Nice
But hey, well, I just don't have fucking time. Okay, I have a life.
We understand, Greg.
God. But
Your life is better
Greg,
than us.
abandon your life. Start tracing horses.
okay, that seems like totally a good way to go.
It worked for Drawponies.
Yeah, look where he is now.
No, see, to get around it, just don't be an idiot and stream your tracing to everyone.
For fuck's sake.
How the
Okay,
fuck
we
stupid.
have
That
talked
topic-
about this enough.
That
So yeah,
topic's over and
BabsCon.
done.
BabsCon interviews. Go check them
Yeah.
out. We now have a Facebook and a Twitter, so those are linked on the channel. They're also linked here. Go check them out. Go like them. Go follow us. Send us stupid tweets. You know.
Check out in the description right below.
Yeah. So go check those out. We'll probably gonna mostly use those for either contacting horse famous people and posting our videos and whatnot. But you should still check them out. And yeah, after that, I'll turn it over to Treebeard to cover the next pimpening.
Alrighty, so we're pretty excited about something that I managed to arrange in a way.
Yay.
A little bit ago, I hit upon the idea of doing some retrospectives, and I actually talked to another group of pony fan interviewer type people named the Heresy Brothers.
Yeah.
So far, they only managed to do one review, but it was a rant on the Crystal Empire, which we think is pretty brilliant, and you should check it out. It was actually, this was also pimped out by Anthony C. So if you know anything about the pony analysts, that should mean something to you. More than it means to most of this group, actually.
I have no clue who that is.
Yeah, who's Anthony C?
Anthony C is actually pretty reasonable.
Does he have another name other than Anthony C that we might know?
No,
him
that's the name he goes by.
Oh, okay.
All right. But yeah, we're going to be talking to them about Magical Mystery Cure because in light of new information coming out from the premiere and, as I mentioned earlier, in Gloom and Bloom, it somehow managed to get worse.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're now thinking about. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyway, look forward to that. Hoof Hearted and the Heresy Brothers gonna take on Magical Mystery Manure. Look forward.
Magical mystery manure. That's good. Good pony pun.
All right. And that covers the channel pimpings at this point. So if anyone wants to shout out anything personal that they like, whether it's about them or, just anything else, now's the time.
I have something. Stuck. It didn't
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
It's updating again.
Yeah, thank
guys.
God. If you would have interrupted the podcast, I would have kicked you out of the call.
But I'm the one hosting the call.
Yeah.
Fucking ham steaks. Damn straight.
Oh, don't be
We don't want you following us. That's actually not
Don't be
true. We're just
mean.
kidding right now.
We fucking love
We
you.
don't have anything against them.
We're
Expect,
not the rest
I
of the
do.
ham steak.
expect
Well,
the
okay, she does.
Expect,
I have nothing to say about him.
expect the Hussy horse calendar up soon.
Hussy.
I
I guess
hear that as a bunch of prostitute horse calendars.
no, not
Point
that
me-
type of hussy. Duster.
Point me to the way, Duster. Point me to the way. Anybody else have any points?
I was just gonna pimp out my own shit. You can find me on the YouTube at youtube.com/tgyr1337. Heyo, that's me. I do video game stuff. I haven't in a while because I'm busy with my life, but when vacations come around, I do more shit. So yeah, I'm on the Twitters. I don't twit ever because I'm not a twit.
You don't twit or twat.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
But
you're just a twat.
You just a
what
Greg,
I
stop it.
tweet, I tweet when I'm at conventions and shit, but other than that, it's one tweet a week or two. So, Twitter /TGYR, whatever. Fucking hell.
Yeah. And I would like to pimp out if you don't believe me that my stuff was not as great as before, you could go on my DeviantArt.
You mean to say your stuff has gotten better, not that it's gotten worse?
It's gotten better.
Okay.
It's
Very
gotten
well,
kind of
like-
worse and oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
see all this slash fiction. Oh god. No, if you want to see it, it's on DeviantArt, which is spikeytchris.deviantart.com.
Yeah, I guess.
Or you could go to my Tumblr. That's where I put most of my stuff now because I don't really go on DeviantArt that much. So you could go on flitterbash.tumblr.com. That's where my feed will be. Or it'll be in the description down below.
Yeah, I guess
I think all our stuff will just be in the description.
Yeah, just like also my DeviantArt, so you could see someone who is not a trained artist at all, but still doesn't fucking trace.
Or my
You know.
DeviantArt/Tumblr.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of our personal shit will be down in the description. Look at it.
If I
Or
remember to
don't.
link it, which I
Either
should.
way. If you don't, I'll go through and do it.
I'm
But
not showing people my
Yay, do
art
my work
anymore.
For me.
Fuck that.
Can we reminisce about the time we started doing the artist training grounds? That was,
yeah, remember when
I've
EQ
never
or
done the artist
EQD
training
did
grounds because I
those?
don't have time.
Are they coming
That
back?
would require commitment.
Maybe, I don't
Did
know.
they start again or
No,
we always
they
did it for
haven't.
fun. We always just scribbled.
Yeah, like I always just did it because I was like, I'll just draw a thing real quick. You could see the point where like a week and a half in, I just started
I mean-
drawing anime references for every single challenge.
The fun thing about the artist training grounds, which it's kind of interesting because we're on the topic of tracing, is I actually emulated the show's style without actually tracing it.
Yeah, I mean,
Took
I was
forever.
surprised. I was fucking surprised.
Yeah, I did not. I swear to God, I did not trace that. That was
Oh my
all
God.
stuff I drew off the top of.
Yeah,
just,
like,
you know,
I-
without tracing it, just looking at references.
yeah, I just
so.
use references and shit. Like the thing with most of my artist training ground stuff, like I said, most of them were done off of anime references, and the one I'm the most proud of is a drawing
Is it a One
based
Piece
on
one,
yeah,
or-
it's the
Yeah, I
one
remember
based
that
on
one.
Brook from One Piece. And to draw that, I referenced in the middle of class at fucking school because we were watching a movie that I ain't give a shit about. I was Googling images of horse skulls because he's a skeleton. I was fucking looking up images of the ship. I was looking up fucking poses. Like, that you don't trace shit. Like
Just look
in
it up.
reference shit. It's not hard to reference things.
Winners don't do tracing.
Yeah.
Is that like a Sonic says?
No,
Chris
winners don't do drugs.
Garcia says.
Garcia says it's not cool to draw.
That's no good.
Well, I wish that were true, but he's been winning for the past few years.
For fuck's sakes.
All right.
Okay,
Anything? Any other pimps?
Just on my end, I'd like to give a shout out to Horse News.
Oh,
Of
cool.
course.
Again.
Yes.
We must pay tribute to Horse News.
Well,
And
I
Is that like a blood sacrifice, or is that just like?
Shout out to
already
our
got
boy
a
Yeah, we
Chelos.
just have
No,
to
specifically
I mean,
Chelos.
I think we already kind of spilled the blood of Drawponies today, so I think that counts as a blood sacrifice.
Blood has
Well, yes,
to
it does count as chicken blood.
let's-
And can we just send them like a coupon for a Bevmo or something and just call it a day?
Let's
Chelos.
just
What,
put
are we
it
just
on
gonna
here.
go to Chalice next meetup and be like, yo,
Here,
thanks, bro.
Just shout out to Chelos and Jeff.
All
here's
right.
a pack of
So,
IPAs for you.
Other shout out, Heresy Brothers. Check out their Crystal Empire review. It's brilliant.
Brilliant.
And I'd also like to give a shout out to somebody who I've been watching a lot, Adam the Amazing 64. I find his animations hilarious. Especially the Equestria Derps one, because this is totally what I do on Maya.
Yep.
Immortal.
And other than that, check out your sanity is low on Twitter. I say things, silly things.
That's a review. All right. That's your Twitter. What about your review blogs?
No, I need to get back to doing that. Get back
You're
to doing
in the
that's
school
guy.
semester hiatus.
No, it's the nobody gives a shit hiatus.
Oh. Well, that's okay.
Oh,
Actually, that's
no
my
good.
hiatus for most things. For pony art, for pony fiction.
I don't give enough of a shit about other people to stop because nobody gives a shit. Like, Nobody gives a shit about anything I do, but I still do it because I have fun.
If you enjoy doing
See,
it,
I'm
it's
just
worth
sticking
it.
to original shit because at least I can make people give a shit about that at some point.
Yeah.
Alright,
Let's.
is that it?
That's about it.
Alright, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, let me get my bandages.
What? Whoa.
Bandages.
You said we're gonna wrap this up.
We're not doing bondage, TJ.
Oh, you said we're wrapping this up,
Not
right?
until the podcast is done. Shh, put those away.
Also, we are now sponsored by Radio Shack.
What?
Radio
We're sponsored by
Shack.
everyone. Do they exist? They're sponsoring us.
I'm still trying to get my fucking Nabisco one because fucking
Oh
Oreos,
my
man.
god, we're not
Still,
getting
a year
the-
later, man. Fucking Nabisco, step it up.
Fucking
Come on. Come on, step it up.
All right, so that's us. We're angry. Bye.
Yep.
Yay.
Bye.
Angry, silly, goodbye.
I hate you.
Next time we'll yell at something else in the fandom, most likely. Yay.
Yeah.
See you later.